When you think of web game speedrunning, games such as Run 2, The World's Hardest Game, and many other classics may come to mind. But there's one game that's been lurking in the depths of the sea of web games, where the strats are so hard you could grind for hours and not get them in a run. And even the most skilled any percent runners are light years away from the record. That game is OvO. Today we'll be taking a look at how this world record came to be, and explaining just how hard it will be for runners to break it. The first world record was around New Year's of 2020. On January 2nd, the runner I'm Always Bored took the world record of 9 minutes, 39 seconds, and 64 milliseconds, a time that is now considered by all means an easy clap. Remember, this was when OvO speedrunning was a new thing, so it wasn't really optimized. Bored even says, "I just ran it once so you guys had the steps to bring it down." And sure enough, people started grinding it at the time. Only 6 days after Bored took the first world record, another runner, Stellar, went like, "No dude," and brought the world record down to 7 minutes, 29 seconds, and 49 milliseconds, saving 2 full minutes. There was much potential in this category. 5 days later, he beat the world record again with a time of 6 minutes, 49 seconds, and 37 milliseconds, shaving off almost a minute. At this time, the level 19 skip was also discovered, but the runs don't stop there. Only 2 days after Stellar, Crocodile, an American runner whose name now lives in infamy amongst the speedrunning community, brought the time down by 8 seconds to a 6 minutes, 41 seconds, and 17 milliseconds. Crabo continued to dominate the leaderboard, bringing the time down to 6 minutes, 9 seconds, and 33 milliseconds, then getting the first ever sub 6 minutes with a 5 minutes, 35 seconds, and 41 milliseconds, and then everything calmed down for a while. Crobo held the world record for almost a month. This is crazy compared to when most world records were coming each week. Crobo used skips like the 12 and 13 skips, in which you have to dive under the ceiling to clip to the flag. He also did the 26 skip, another level where you have to clip under the flag. And then, Crobo started to fade out, talking less and less in the community Discord until eventually, he disappeared. However, 3 weeks later on March 3rd, 2020, one man is about to single-handedly destroy the leaderboard, and soon everyone in the community will know his name in infamy. That man is MaterWelon. This is when it starts to get interesting. Mater completely revolutionized and dominated the OvO leaderboard, and I mean dominated. He beat Crobo's time by 12 seconds, to a 5 minutes, 23 seconds, and 11 milliseconds. Only 6 days later, Mater again brought the time down, this time to 5 minutes, 17 seconds, and 85 milliseconds, saving 6 more seconds. The day after, he also brought it down 16 more seconds to a 5 minutes, 1 second, and 85 milliseconds. 3 days later, boom, sub 5 minutes. Mater achieved a 4 minutes, 55 seconds, and 10 milliseconds run. Mater then got 4 minutes, 54 seconds, and 4 milliseconds, then a 4 minutes, 35 seconds, and 59 milliseconds, and then finally shaving it down to the current world record, 4 minutes, 28 seconds, and 53 milliseconds. This was insane. MaterWelon single-handedly wiped out the competition. Mater used complex strats like the 30 skip, which takes a lot of practice to pull off and is considered the hardest skip in the game. Mater executed skips like 12 and 13 perfectly, and put together an incredibly good run. Hold on a second though, why is this run so good? The answer is simple, mechanics. Mechanics is one of the 5 sets of levels in OvO, and is by far the hardest. Every single level has hard strats, and places to die are everywhere. But the crown jewel of mechanics is level 30. No matter what route you take on 30, you can die. But the route MaterWelon takes is the most dangerous of all, 30 clip. 30 clip is the only push clip that's useful in speedrunning, and the top level runner's worst nightmare. The clip is extremely precise and hard to pull off, but even if you get it, you're not done yet. After clipping, you must WUJ up the wall and get on top of the level, and then walk to the very edge, then do a 1FSJ to just barely land on the wall to the right, and then must perform a mid-air WJ with momentum on a thick wall, the hardest variation of UWJ possible in OvO. Once up, walk to the edge behind the level, and then into the flag. If done correctly, it saves 10 seconds. The biggest time save in the game, but if done incorrectly, your run is completely killed. It's actually relatively easy to get on MaterWelon's pace for the other sections, but once you hit mechanics, it's a completely different story. And that is the complete history of OvO's any percent category. If you like this video, please consider helping me out greatly by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you, and I hope you found this video interesting or informative. Bye.